Hey everyone, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Welcome back to Errors. Checking out our new cargo train that goes all the way from the south in Lone up to the north in Cornhill, the full length of the map. It still has nothing on board because we have a fundamental problem in that we aren't delivering enough to Lone to then contribute to the rest of the world. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today, getting a whole lot more little local deliveries done rather than these major intercity ones. As you can see, this one goes from here all the way to the other end of the map. What I want to do is actually focus on the farm that's down here. And as you can see, if we click on the right icon, this one, you can see that there is the ability to have tons of bread. You can see there's 1,700 queued up for the airplanes. It's a cute little airfield and all, but yeah, it's not hacking it. It's only, what's the rate? The rate of the line is 41. So yeah, that's not the way to get stuff out into the world. So yeah, let's leverage this second track right here. Right now we are using the right hand side one, so I want to use the left hand side one for a second one. Because we are going to get contention on this track in here, I am at the very first thing going to add a signal. So a train is about that long, and what that will do is it will just say, hey, by the way, if you're coming in, you can clear the points and let someone else in sooner, because basically the block doesn't end until the train enters the station, so it gives another couple of train lengths worth of progress. Let's make a line and see how bad this gets. It's going to be a green line. I don't think there's too many oranges around here from a train point of view. There's not. So let's go with orange, or it's more red, I should say. So let's go with the lighter color. And it's going to go from there across to a Lone cargo. This one, it's going to come over here. It can go into track 6 with an alternate of 5. And then when we are at the initial place, I want you definitely to fill up. What platform did it choose? Platform, so you can see it's actually in and outing on that line. That won't do. We need to use number 8. I love this. These Dragon UEP2 bods are fantastic. They definitely let you make some beautiful dioramas. So when it comes from Lone cargo, let's come back and make sure that we go via there. So that makes it go around the loop, which is fine. This car's a little bit repetitive to the truck, but that's fine. And then let's see what happens out here. So we're going to get a lot of contention out here. It's going to come around here, and yeah, there's a lot of single tracks. So let's bump up the line a little bit. I think somewhere around here might be a good spot to bring this up to dual track, and let's bulldoze that to make it easier to connect things. And that can go there, and we can put a signal that says it's one way all the way over to here, and then we'll merge that in. Voila, and that's done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of this point single track, but I think I'm going to upgrade this track down the bottom, because we have passenger, we have cargo, and I think along the coast it kind of makes sense to have more. So let me dual track across here as well. It looks like I might have to flip sides. We'll make this one, oh come on, can you, I'll build it anyway, that's fine. Can you go across there, and I can go across here. So yeah, keep on going, and then we'll have a cross track there at say 70, so that's how they can get in and out. And then this will continue on through here, and then we can get rid of the incorrect thing there, and then that can go into there, and I think that gives us a pretty good route. We can move the signals across. We have a single one there, so there, and yeah, they can come out. Well, that's a that's the depot, so we need to definitely make it so it goes across to the right side of the tracks. So that's that. And then this one is wrong as well. Looks like the speed is building up around here, so that makes sense. So that goes there. We're going to have one inbound there. And then we'll have, yeah, I think it's something around here. The track didn't come down very straight here, so let's see if we can make this a bit happier. I want the track to be the same level as its neighbor, and then you need to come out over here. I think I can do that before the road. That road's way too serious. You can be downgraded. And can we get that to connect? We can. And I think I might downgrade or cross grade this a little bit more. How close can we get to the gate? Yeah, I think that's a bit better. And so, yeah, they can come out. So if we look at the lines here, you can see that that's filtering out and everybody is happy. Didn't have to do anything specific. We need to have a signal, say here. And then, yeah, this one needs to go away. And we need a signal here, and then we'll have a waypoint 1 to represent this guy coming out from the side. And yeah, right, let's keep going. Haven't damaged anything yet, I think. I'm not a fan of these on the links. Yeah, I think we're going to hold people before the triangle. I think that's the wise way of doing it, so we don't get people going head to head. And then around here, and we might as well finish off this whole area because I know it goes dual track over here pretty soon. Go like that, and dual track, and then a whole lot of single track for that last bit. We might as well do the whole thing, I guess. I don't think there's any reason not to upgrade and have a bit of capacity. I don't know whether we're even feeding into Smallville, small field at the rate that it wants. So this might be a good opportunity for us to increase the rate there as well. Right, signals, sure. Not like that. Not like that. The other way. Yes, I'm trying to replace you. Yep. And then, yeah, we'll give this guy a friend. We'll give this guy a friend. These are all really slow trains around here, so I'm definitely going for more of a closer pattern. I'm using much further away when it comes to the main lines because they're so fast. So that goes there, and then you can hold back here. So this guy's going to come out. And I think we're getting close to the point where... Why don't you like that? So cannot activate terminals. You can lie. So this comes... Oh, we don't have a cross here. Okay. No, it didn't lie. It was correct. This one got a bit weird too. Yeah, some of these roads just don't want to play nice sometimes. So it goes like that, and then we have a crossfade. And signals one way, warning went away, surprise, surprise. Because of all this point work, this road has kind of lost its opportunity to cross. So basically, we do want to give them the ability to go left. Let's do it here. And then I am going to dig into the ground a lot. I don't think anything is on this right now, so it doesn't matter too much, like from a bus point of view. But I think that's okay. So we just smooth that down a little bit. no, don't do that. Come on. There's a couple of game glitches like that. There's the little micro ones. And am I happy with these? I had these over there to the left. I had it as these Queensland ones, but you don't get a boom gate if it's not 2 tracks. So I think I actually will revert it to these ones. That's kind of cool. It's a little bit far away to go that way to come back again, but I think that's okay. I think that looks pretty good. All right, how are we for points? Oh, so for signals. So that one's protecting forward, which is fine, and then they'll get access to here. This one protects this way, that's fine, and this one protects that way. So the only thing missing now is when this comes down, it needs to come across to the far track. And I think I might do that by putting this in there. And I am going to change this signal so it's back here. So that one there was a bit close. So from a line point of view, that looks good. Yeah, that's the passenger line that comes down, joins in, goes down the track. And then you can see that they're going across to where they should be now. And the paper will do the same. And I think that's a lot better down there. I mean, dual track always helps a lot. And our track that goes into here is done. I'm wondering if this is going to be a contention point. That's a long way. We may need a passing track, but you know, I can't really picture a farmer having switching. Saying that though, they could have the switch always go to one particular side and then just have it spring loaded when you go against the point. That's plausible from an engineering point of view. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get a train. This thing actually has a depot in it. So if I click on the right icon, there it is. Let's buy a train. Let's buy something. That's a car depot. I need the train one. That one? Yeah, that one. Let's buy something we haven't seen before. Yeah, let's not do Great Western Railway. This is some farmer who has decided to invest in their own locomotives. We've got this LB stuff. Oh, what's this one? What's the Great Western against black? What would be cool? Now, I think we're getting into the big stuff now. It would be interesting to have something with a bit of tractic effort. What are you? You are 80. I think I'm okay with 80 from a speed point of view. And tractive effort is 94. So we're getting up there. It's $3 million to buy. And yeah, I think we can just go really big. I think I'm going to go with this. I don't know what it is. I haven't done it before. From a wagon point of view, we are going to be doing food. Yeah, food. So let's have farm. So was that a... It wasn't... Was it an L something? What was it? Was it? There's an LB and SR. Let's see if I type in LB, what cargo we get. We get this. Okay, the LBSR. Okay, and it doesn't take what we need. That's annoying. But this is kind of cool though. So let's see if these guys have anything that... Are they only ever going to be grains? They are. That's annoying. I would like to have something that's kind of like branded. We could try some of these things, but I think this is the wrong style for this type of area. Okay, this LMS stuff. Here we go. So you take... Yeah, okay. Let's do this one. And we will go up to... I believe the platform's 120, I want to say. Yeah, 121. Right, let's buy that. And put it on line number 1 right now. And this is going to be called What is this going to be called? Train, cargo, small field, bread. Yeah, we'll call it that and we'll see how it goes. What do you look like? Let's have a bit of a look-see. Interesting, that's cool. Well, that's something I've never seen before. SR, Southern Rail. We are down the south after all. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know whether this thing's going to have the horsepower for that much stuff. But yeah, loading up. It's bread, so I'm okay with the covered wagons. It's kind of cool. Yeah, these mods, you know, props to all these mod people who've made so many cool looking things. It really is quite inspiring. So this matches this line and it is wait till full. What I am going to do is on the other one, that should be wait to full. I'm also going to say how you can have an alternate platform. Actually, you can't have an alternate platform? Lies. So 7 and 8. 7 and 8. So why can't you have 7 and 8? Why can't you have 8? Oh, I bet. Oh, is it waypoints? Yeah, okay, it's the waypoints. And yeah, we just need to add that. That will make it go around the loop. And then we can tell this guy, I still can't do 7 and 8. Why? Small field bread, small field cargo. Back from the cargo, come back in, go around the loop. Hit a signal before the deviation. And why can't I choose... If I choose 8 and then 7, does it let me do it? I don't get that. That's weird. Why can that one not choose an alternate platform, but this one, who's choosing 8, why can it? Huh. Well, it's going to be like that. I'll just turn that off. That's weird. All right. You've got 28. Another train is coming in. That's our friend. Because they don't have the alternate platform, they are going to come over to here. I actually have some ground switches here to pull people forward. And so I will tell this guy to roll out. Let's have a look at this guy driving in, since it's kind of fun. Oh, this one's also got roughly the same style engine. I didn't realize that. Is that... I was going to say, is that yellow that's got so rusty that it's dirty? Or is it actually another similar style? So that's cool. I like how they're both of them are kind of the same. I probably could have gone with this mixed style wagon, because this is just different assets that let you do bread. And around the loop. I love this lake. I think it came out really well. This is a custom water asset by Ingo. Put down the plate of water. And then, yeah, it just put the whole lot of plants and stuff around it. And this guy's going to get all the way up to the signal right here on the ground, and then we'll stop. So yeah, the reason why yeah, we actually could probably reason I put the signal there is to pull people forward. We probably can actually, because these are so short, actually have one more right here. I'm just going to put it on the ground because I don't really want to see it, but I do want people to be pulled forward. So that will go there. And you know what? I'm actually tempted to change this one as well. So did this pick up that? No, that's fine. So how are the lines? Are the lines? No, I lost the lines. So you need to go there, and you need to go there. Yeah. All right. This guy's complaining because this guy is in its way and also pointing in the wrong direction because it's going out the other direction. Oh, you're over the points. You are annoying. All right. You. No path. Ah, oh, it's so annoying. You need to go to... Oh, I hate this game sometimes. Oh, look, it makes 100% sense. I get it. What I'm going to have to do is manage this vehicle and then I'm going to have to do this. That makes it shorter, and then it fit. So let's manage that again, put them back on. And then this guy can do his thing. Yeah, it's just because when it turns around, the engine was over the point, and then it couldn't work out how to work it out. So, what does this guy want to send? So, Smallfield bread, this is the new one, is running at 72, and the terminal has currently 46 on it and growing. So that's all this blue graphics. If I choose the actual production itself rather than the transport part of it, it's saying that it wants to send a lot. So over here in Smallfield is accepting up to 200. Okay, damn. And so 200, or risky 100 is being delivered right now, I think. Yeah, 80 to 100 is being delivered. And you can see that by over here, Smallfield is taking 80. So if you take 80 off of this, realistically 200-ish is going elsewhere. The plane is delivering very, very little. I think we said before that the plane is taking like 40. So that train line that we just made is probably going to want to run at about 200, because basically all these were trying to go by air, and risk they're going to say, hey, it's more efficient to go by rail. So let's assume, you can see that we're up to 138, right? Let's assume that we can duplicate that, and we'll let this guy come out. And have we learnt our lesson here? Where did the other one go? Where are you? Oh, I came out of this one. Awesome. And then I'm going to duplicate it again. So 143, 150 on the platform. Yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be a need for another one. So let's get 3 of those running. Rate of 215. That's kind of like where we want to be, because some of that's going to go into Lonestone itself and be lost. But hopefully 100 or so will go onto the rails, and then that will go north. The question's going to be is, are we going to be saturating our link into here? You can see a guy coming in. Once it balances out, I have high hopes it's going to be okay. You can see the track is not cleared till it gets over here. I can't put a signal here because someone will come up and then someone will come forward and the whole thing will just jam. But these signals will bring the block shorter. If the track does get a little bit too out of control, we can always just put a little passing lane in here as well. So basically there's 2 lanes leading into one, 2 lanes leading into one, much like this is a better example. And then what we need to do is these 2 tracks need to come really, really close to the verge. And so we can do the same thing over here, like around here, have a second track for that little period. And that will resolve it. So at the moment, you can see that the local one to Smallfield is running at 100, but they want 200. So now that that's double tracked the whole way, I think I'm going to dupe that one as well. So Smallfield bread, manage the vehicles, and we're going to go. Are you in profit? Yeah, kind of. Let's dupe that. So we're going to have 2 over here with a rate of 200. And a route that goes... okay, this is not good. And this one, 200, so 400. And then this place is making... Yeah, making up to 400. Receiving 600. Okay, so we've got a little bit more capacity, more train capacity than possible. Where are you? That's because I spawned you. If I change these to not one way, you're going to come in there. You're going to come out of there and come round, I think. Yes, the warning disappeared. So, pause the game. You stop. And then once this guy clears the block, which is way out here, you also stop. You come out, go the opposite direction. And then I'm going to turn these back on to forward. Through you go. And unwedged, I believe. So you're happy and you will be waiting as well. Nice. So let's have a look at Lonestone and see how it's going. And yes, the Great Northern Railway and has what's that, nearly 100 queued up, and the train itself is it nearly full? No. How good's that? Buddy, that's awesome. So you are headed to Ambridge, which is halfway up the map. Alright, first time this cargo train has got to Ambridge, way up north, or halfway up north I should say, with a load of goods. Looks like, I would have thought it would have gone through here on the left-hand track. Might want to tweak that. Yeah, I'm going to tweak that right now in the algorithm. Yeah, I would have thought it would have come here on the left. So you in the future need to take that. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then we can watch this come in. This area needs a little bit of detailing work still. We'll get there. And we'll drop off here. This is not the end of the line, so after this it does a U-turn and then goes north all the way up to Cornhill. So we'll see how much of this goods is destined for Ambridge and how much is destined for Cornhill. Probably, I'm guessing, a 50-50 split. What's it going to look like? So it's going to offload and it will go over to the platform, the cargo platform, the car one right here. So let's have a look what happens. Oh, nothing? No. No way. All of this is destined for Cornhill? You know why? Oh, I'm an idiot. Donut. Helps if you actually put cars on it. So, yeah, all of that's destined to Cornhill. Wow. Alright, so Cornhill's asking for a lot. With that knowledge, I am going to dupe you. And so, where are you? So, that's coming out. Okay, just local here. Cool. We'll have to watch that as it progresses. Why aren't you moving? There must be something around here. What I need to do is put some cars onto this. So, do I have a depot around here? I must. There it is. Let's get some. I think the opals haven't been used in the last couple of minutes, so I've been overusing them. Let's grab them. I'm going to go for a dark blue color, and then we'll get that up to 5. And actually, I'm going to give myself double that. And then we'll put the first ones on the east line, and we'll put the other ones on the west line. Now, they're completely different lengths, those two lines. You can see that one just goes around there, one goes around the other side of town, but close enough. And then what we should do is on the terminals, okay, already split it out. Yeah, they can do that. And then as far as these are concerned, manage the line. When you are at the transfer, which we will rename to the Ambridge Cargo, I want you to wait, because there's no point you going anywhere without stuff. So please wait. I'm not going to set another platform because I want both lines to have a chance to park somewhere. If we had more spare platforms, I would do that, but because they're both set to wait, I want them to do that. Let's have a look at one of these trucks. Oh, nice blue. Actually, I don't know if the colouring applied to it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, I think I saw, yeah, the train, the new one's coming in. This is the one we just bought. And I want to make sure that it is going to head south rather than north, so that way we have like one at the top of the map and one at the bottom of the map. And I think now that we're past that point, I can tell it to turn around, not Cornhill. Come on. What I have to do is get it over here somewhere, and then this cross track through here, it's hard to see. Should let me change it to Ambridge, and hopefully the next step, so this is step number 6 of 7. I don't know if you can see that very well. So if you hover here, see how it's 6 of 7? That means it's number 6 here. So yeah, that's the one that eventually is going to go south. So yeah, you can tell it's going south because we are docking it to the right side. So yeah, we've got it so that when we're coming from the south to the north, it comes over here, then goes out, and then vice versa. Do I not have signals around here? Probably need something around here. Yeah, let me put that there. Okay, maybe I don't do that. When you have multi-platform stuff, you can't put too many signals on the line. Are you gone? Man, you're gone. That whoosh, and then there's Express. How's Express going? That's not the Express, that's the bridge. Click. 45 to 40, yeah. So ever since we moved the traffic from the Express line across to the stopping all, this thing has not been very busy. It is what it is. Oh yeah, we're going to pick up 100 or so people there, so yeah, we probably could modify this and get rid of some of the coaches on it, but yeah, that will do for now. How is Lone Stone Cargo going? Oh, we have we have a success. So this currently is doing 66. These platforms are huge, aren't they? They are. Let's modify these and continue to beef these up. So we were using a mixture of stuff. Yeah, the Great Western. I'm going to continue the mixture. And 67. Oh, maybe not. Let's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I was having an hour in there, but I'm gonna keep it all Great Western. Gotta be prototypical. And let's get this up to that. I don't know how far I want to go. I mean, the stations are, I think, 320, 240. Let's do that. Let's do that. So now we're running at a rate of 110. Still probably not what we need. So this is, that's a nodule, which is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fours are 320. Yeah, we're going to have to be really careful here. Yeah, our warehouse on the side is starting to take the load. Ooh. Okay, so that's a problem. So that's a 320. This is not. All right, so platforms. We are using this one, and currently it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need 8 modules to be 320. And then a whole lot of tracks in the middle. And then because that looks the way it does, let's have fun with the cargo shed mod. I love this mod, it's the best. Whoops, missed it. It looks so good. It really does. Oh, that's not proper platform. You know what? Let's use the same color everywhere. And before it's too late, put that back because I think that was our tendril. Are you still connected? You are. And all right, more platforms. Empty platform, undo that. And then this side. I'm just debating how close I want to get to the track. And let's do some warehouses on this side. And do the 2-story one. And 1-story one, and then back to this stuff, and yeah, this cargo shed mod is awesome. And the next question you're going to ask me is, hey Donut, what's it called? That's a very good question. I struggled to find out what it was when I got it, and I'm still struggling to remember what actually it's called. Let me give it a go. We'll have a look in the menu in a sec, but I don't actually recall. It is going to be called cargo station modules. This is the one that gives you 5-meter ones, which are fantastic. So this is not the one I'm talking about. This is different, but this is by Radical, and as you can see, it's on mod.io. It's not on Steam. So there's that one. This is it. Early cargo shed. Yep, this is it. Early cargo shed. I don't use the cross beams too often. But yeah, early cargo shed. Actually, well, maybe we can use those things. I haven't been. Yeah, so how does that work? So is that a MISC thing? Particularly that cross thing? How does that work? So cargo shed. You can change the doors, so you can close the doors. So like on this side. Well, if I didn't have platform, what you can do is you can put that over the doors and like close it up. Yeah, I don't know how you get the thing that goes like across. Yeah, what we can do though is put on these. I think that looks cool. Right there. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, I think making bigger cargo platforms definitely helps ground it, because yeah, you're going to have forklifts. Actually, talking of forklifts, I actually have this mod which is a forklift. There you go. And so if I use this older one, and it's going to be at, where's the height off? If it is at station height, and you can choose, you know, what's on the, so you can choose, you know, like how high the blades are. See how they go up and down? You go really high. See? Isn't that cool? But yeah, I like this. I think it's a pretty fun one. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, this definitely is detailing. All right. Oh, cargo train's coming in. It has 200. It's full. It's full. And it didn't drop anything off. So that just shows you how it works. So those items were destined for Cornhill. Just because we've got this online doesn't mean they get dropped off. What needs to happen is it needs to build up and then you know, get routed through from origin to destination. So there's 2 on the line running at 105. And what am I looking here? I want to see if there's actually anything queued. Okay, so there's one there. This guy, yeah, it was waiting for the residuals. That's why he didn't leave, but that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm going to change this and turn on the walls on both of these. But I think that might look better. Yeah, lots of detailing is needed. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, nice. And so that guy should be steaming towards us. We are on triple speed, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm trying to look for him. Where is he? There he is. Actually, let's do it this way. That way we can go through the tunnel for the first time. Ooh, there's a bit of an effect. Oh, look at the water. That looks cool. We're barely above water line. This could easily get flooded. Yeah, we're like 2 feet above water level. Yeah, we probably should be a little bit higher than that from a safety point of view. Maybe the lake is at high level already. Into the station. Left track. I'm going to turn this down to 1 speed. And yeah, I love having these large stations. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, all the detail. Oops, I did not mean to click, but okay, watch it that way. In you come. How's the length? Yeah, so we can definitely bump it up a bit more. These things, before I get to, I think, yep, high capacity is turned on. Yep. And there we have it. So, where's that? 200 worth of stuff is on that platform. Good job, high capacity is turned on. These guys are going around town. Let's give these guys a couple more friends. And success, look at that. And then, have we actually made money? Yeah. For those in the back who don't have good eyesight, that's a $30 million profit. $30 million. That is insane. That is insane. So the question is, do we need to put more on the line? And the answer is maybe. So where's this train? So you are leaving with a full load, and you're going to take a while to get back. And then the other one's the one that we just got to the top of the map and is returning. I think we probably can have maybe one more. The map is huge, and I think that's plausible. How is our bread line going? So do we have any contention? Not. So there's one person in the station trying to leave, waiting for someone to come in. This is the bread line. This is the one that goes across to Smallfield. Smallfield believes it's getting 140 out of its 218. I think this guy actually may be maxed out. Yeah, it actually just doesn't have anybody, any more raw supplies. It can run at 400, but we're only giving it 600. I'm tempted from a diorama point of view to make one more. So we've got one here. I think this one particularly was one of the first ones we did. I think this looks fantastic. Yeah, someone made a very good comment when I first did this, like, why aren't you filling it with a silo? And you are 100% correct. But I had this UEP conveyor belt mod, and I just wanted to play with it. But yeah, basically what I should do is put this guy underneath the spout. And this shed is hiding the spares. I know you saw it before. I think that one looks pretty cool. This one over here is quite simple. It's just a basic thing. Once again, I should be under the spout, and this is growing. And then lastly, this one is fantastic. This one's associated with this field that has all this baling, and I love it. I think these bales look fantastic, and just the way that it's been harvested, and these guys are busy picking up all the stuff, and all the dogs and people talking and stuff. I think it looks really good. And then this one, I did actually put it underneath the spout. So yeah, I think maybe one more of those would be kind of cool. There is a lot of fields. I think this is probably a little bit too far away, but I can see this guy's doing these 2 fields, this one's doing these 2 fields, this one's doing these fields. So maybe one here. I think we could quickly, I think, how are we going for time? We could do this in minutes. This is really easy. So we'll use, how do I want to do this? I'm getting a bit rusty here. We'll use this one, and it is going to be ground, invisible, and no sign, no fence. You can give me dirt though. And then we want from an in point of view, probably 0 degrees. So in at 0 degrees. Yeah. And then out can be at 45. Yeah, something like that. And then I'm going to hold down C to undo snapping. Actually, I think the in can be 45 too. Yeah, that works. And if I make these a bit longer, we should get a pretty good experience. And if I push this way out, yeah, that looks good. That's pretty good. Painting tools, dirt, pretty big. Actually, I'll go this one. One way around, donut. There we go, that way. And you'll come in there. Yeah, pretty simple. And then I'm going to unpaint. Am I going to paint that? Or am I actually going to paint that dirt? This might go, this whole corner's dirty. Yeah. Do like that. And how's the line? So, okay, that's fine. That works. And a bit of smoothification. Get that edge cleaned up. And let's get a lovely LMP, what am I thinking? This one. Let's get, where is that? A Rico, that's what I'm thinking of. Rico, silo, normal silo, and we might have to modify this to make it so that it is in the right spot, but that works. And then industry and freestyle industry output of 100 at 2 times, so 200. You are going to output grain, 20 employees, why not? Stockpile 1 by 6. Actually, output doesn't generate stockpile anyway, so that's kind of relevant. Hold down C to stop being weird. And why don't we have tendrils, where we can work out that in a sec. That can go... Oh, this is an output. No, this is an output, yeah. It shouldn't have a stockpile. And... there. And then what's missing is on this thing, I need to turn on high capacity and footpath. And that turns on that connection there. New line from here. And I'm going to copy what this is called. And so this is going to be called grain 4. This is going to be called grain 4. And let's use a color that's pretty unique. I think this pink one might be unique around here. Nope, it's not. What, we don't have a... We have a light blue. Have a light green? Yep, we've got green over there. Yellow? Yeah, I think yellow might be one of the colors it's missing. And then add a station onto here. And let's choose... What do we have to choose from? So, currently... Yeah, people are using... The blue is using that one. The orange is using that one. It would be nice... to use another one. The problem with the number 2 is it'd be blocking the green car. I don't know if we've got any spare spots. 3 is using this one. Is there anything over the back? So yeah, one is there in the middle. So 1 is in the middle. 2 is I'll go 4. This one. Yeah, number 4. There we go. Yeah, it goes through there and it would drop off there and off we go. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that works. All right, so this is called, I'm going to put the thing on, copy that, and number 4. And configure, why are you saying 100? Oh, output is 200, there we go. And so 200, perfect. And yeah, I think that looks good. Road wise, I think we're good. I think this is a road cut one it is. What are we using for around here? So how do I work out the trucks? Okay, you manage the vehicle. You are a Opel Blitz. So that's what we'll use. And we will buy, that's a couple for now. Opel Blitz, we'll use this one. get one for now, put it on the line, and then based on that we can then work out the rate. And then if we click on this, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines coming out of this facility. That is awesome. It is running at 33. So 1, 2, 3 should get us 100. Actually, 3 should get us 100. You make this too complex, don't it? Just keep on pressing it until you get there. And was it 2? No, it wasn't 3. 4. I went for 400 there. I'm an idiot. We only need 200. 200. There you go. So now, this guy should be receiving, when it says it, it'll ask for another 200. And configure this place. Yeah, this is running at 400. So it wants 200, 200, 200, 200, you know, four sets. And it turns it into one. And it's outputting as 400. And simple as that. This is going to build up as they have people arriving. And where's my first car? Where are you, bud? You need to be faster. Okay, I'm impatient. I'm just going to put this on full speed. I love this mod. It just gives you so much life. So yeah, that guy's going to number 3. We're going over to number 4. Good stuff. And then that means we'll be generating 400, and then that should make those trains a little bit more, the big ones, more efficient. And did we get it under the spout? We did not. All right, so last thing before we sign off, I'm going to start the whole sign off spiel right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And yeah, definitely give us a comment about what you want to see in the future. Next episode will be me making another town for sure, because we need to bump up the number of tracks going into Lone. Definitely want to get more and more vehicles moving. We definitely did a good job today getting more and more cargo. Are you going up to 100? You should go up to 200. You should. And then from a consumer point of view, yeah, it's going to go up and up and up. And yeah, it should go. Yeah, everybody's not receiving what they want, so there's definitely some capacity in this place to do it. Are you running at 200? You are. Yeah. Yeah, as I said. Oh, yeah, as I said, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press like on the video and comment what you want to see next time. Thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you next time in Errors as we do a whole lot of cargo and passenger stuff and everything else. See you, everybody.